We are back at Rock Creek TV here at the Stonebridge location of Rock Creek Tap and Grill, and thrilled to have my guest T-Bone with me. We've discussed all things studio, all things rhythm, all things industry. In a way, we talked about, you know, some of the favourite projects that you've worked on. So tell me this, do you remember from start to finish the first time, or one of your favourite, let's say, jingles that you've ever worked on the radio?
Jingles are so fun.
Right.
Jingles are like, I'm gonna write a song, it's gonna be on the radio every day.
Right.
For the next 10 years, right? I'm writing a hit, you know? Or at least that's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Probably my favorite jingle was the Dakota Dunes Casino jingle. Excitement lives here, Dakota Dunes Casino. You've probably heard it.
Yes.
It's been in their advertising, TV and radio and website and all that kind of thing for a number of years now. And that was a fun one. I got to work with Andrea Menard. She was the vocalist that I hired. And it was one of these things where let's get Brad King to do the drums. You know, so he records his drums, sends it to me, right? Let's bring in Dave Anderson. Let's get him to play bass. Let's bring in a trombone player. Let's record all the trombone parts. Let's bring in a sax player. Let's record all the sax parts. Trumpet, that kind of thing. So it was really building it kind of one element at a time, and you kind of wonder if you're going to have that cohesion of a big band when you're doing it that way.
Right.
Because there's a chance it might not glue itself together. You know, if not everybody is feeling it because we're not all performing at the same time. And man, I was so surprised and so excited about how things turned out when I heard that hit the air, because things go through some processing when they go on the air. Like, it never sounds, even albums when they get played on the radio, they never sound exactly the same because there's some on-air processing. So it's always like, what's it gonna sound like when it comes on the radio? So then you finally hear it, and it was just like, it was so nice to finally hear how it was going to be heard for the next 10 years, right? Yeah. So it was exciting to work with the lineup of talent that was on that album, and to put it all together. And
So the thing is important, if you're watching this, that this pretty much is the face behind all the jingles that happen, all the really good ones. And so you're 15 years old, you're sitting on the edge of your bed, and you want to work in radio. You want to do jingles. You want to you want to enter your world. How do you go about it?
Well, fortunately now they have a school here that teaches audio engineering. I had to go to school in London, Ontario, to the Ontario Institute of Audio Recording Technology, and they teach you all aspects of audio engineering, be it working in a recording studio, live sound, audio for TV, audio for film, electronics and maintaining a studio. Like I said, we learned about rhythm, we learned about music, acoustically designing rooms, like all of the aspects of audio engineering we learned there. And now you can learn that stuff right here in Saskatoon. You don't have to go live in Ontario for a year, which is a huge expense on top of your schooling fees and those kinds of things.
For sure.
It's nice that it's way more accessible to people, and obviously they're making it more accessible because everybody that's got video has some audio going with it, and so there's room for people to become audio engineers in today's day, right?
What's that called? The studio here, or the
RAIS, the Recording Arts Institute of Saskatchewan.
Awesome. Just for people watching, so they have a reference.
I do a little bit of teaching there occasionally.
There you go.
I've taught some classes on radio production, producing radio commercials and promos, and I've done some classes on location audio and what you need to know as a sound recordist when you're on a film set, to shooting a TV commercial or documentary or whatever.
So a final question in this part of the show, and then we're going to allude to an exclusive here on Rock Creek TV about what's an extra branch of your business that you're about to embark on. But dead or alive, if you could have 6 guests in here this evening to have supper with, who would it be?
6 guests, dead or alive. Wow. Okay. Quincy Jones.
Okay. Great choice.
Bobby McFerrin.
Okay.
my mom, my dad, my girlfriend, my niece, my nephew. I'm taking 7 because I can.
Wow. You're watching Rock Creek TV.